Over 99% of businesses in the U.S. are small businesses, according to the Small Business Administration. And there's been a boom in small business applications. Over 17 million applications, in fact, were filed since 2021, according to the Biden administration. Our next guest was at the White House last week to discuss priorities and resources for small business owners. To break it all down for us, Suzanne Stantley, who is the BE Group Inc. founder and CEO, is here with us. Thanks so much for taking the time. Fresh from your visit to the White House, you got to walk us into what's being discussed, what's being prioritized for small business owners and potential entrepreneurs out there looking to start their own small business.
Good morning. Well, the visit to the White House was extremely enlightening. The Biden administration has so many programs that they have put in place for the small business. As you mentioned, in the last 3 years, over 17 million individuals have said, I want to start a small business. And those businesses, if successful, will add a lot of jobs and a lot of revenue to our economy. And so we talked about the Small Business Administration and all of the programs that they have in place for the small business. We certainly know that this department has been around for many, many years, but the programs that they have available for small business have grown significantly. There's been more money invested. Over $10 billion has been invested just to help small business with their capitalization and startup and technical assistance. We also discussed the Minority Business Development Agency and the fact that it has been made a permanent organization within the Department of Commerce, and that they are there to really assist small businesses to gain this fortitude and the stamina, as well as the insights and expertise to run a business.
Sounds like a wide-ranging conversation was had. I want to know, as you're kind of engaging with small business owners in your own work, how do you navigate some of the mistakes, the pitfalls that you see small businesses frequently make, and how can aspiring entrepreneurs and small business owners navigate that themselves?
You know, the most important aspect of starting a business is really understanding the industry that that business owner is operating in. Many people, like those 17 million that we talked about, have decided they want to start a business, but have they really done the research? Have they really conducted an analysis of the industry and the segment in which they operate in order to really have a good understanding of what they are stepping into? Running a business is not like running a household. There are so many variables that have to be managed, so many variables that have to be adjusted. You have to understand employment and staffing and healthcare and health insurance and payroll. So these businesses really need to undertake a full understanding of what they're getting into. And that's why these agencies that the federal government has in place are there to assist these small businesses. I talked about within the Small Business Administration, there are several departments, and I just want to enumerate some of those. You have the Small Business Development Centers, which are around the country, there to assist small businesses in understanding what the industry looks like that they operate in. You also have the SCORE Business Mentors. Those business mentors are there to provide advice. Those small businesses can ask questions and receive answers. They become the guideposts for those businesses as they begin to make the decision to launch their businesses. You have the Veterans Business Outreach Program. Of course, veterans have a number of services available to them that are not necessarily available to all small businesses. And then you have the Women's Business Development Centers. Mm-hmm. So no matter where a small business operates in this country, they can access those particular agencies and get assistance and support.
One of the viral sayings of a few years past was where the money reside. And a lot of small business owners want to know, where is the potential free money that they can get in order to make sure that they are putting that capital to work for their small business?
Well, you know, free is an interesting term. And most of the businesses' access to capital programs reside within the Small Business Administration, as I mentioned already, and the Minority Business Development Agency. The Biden administration invested $10 billion to support small businesses and empower them to gain access to this capital that you just mentioned. which is critically important because without capital, a business can't operate. One of the issues with small businesses is that, again, so many of them may be experts in a specific area, but they're not experts in running a business. And so consequently, they need to have the tools in place to operate their business.